Hey YouTube, it's been a minute since I've done a check-in and things have been happening, and so I wanted to report those things and hopefully share some more resources with anybody else that is looking to switch from a creative field over to something in tech, maybe even cybersecurity like I am interested in pursuing. So what's been happening these past 2 weeks? Well, we got a new puppy. She is very cute and deserves a lot of attention, so she is a well-behaved dog. So she's been taking a ton of my attention, like going potty all the time, so she hopefully doesn't have accidents in the house. So, I mean, how far can you get into something when you're trying to focus and then you're like, well, we have to take the puppy out to go use the bathroom again, or give her the opportunity to. Anyway, it's totally worth it. She'll be a wonderful dog and companion. So I've been going through Cybrary's the sysadmin career path to start, because that is, from what I've read through their Slack channels, is the best place to start for zero tech experience. And I started making my way through the CompTIA A+ 220101 study material with Bill Price, who is an awesome instructor. So I've just been making my way through that and have been learning more about hardware and motherboards and all of that good stuff, which is interesting and fascinating, and I know is very important, because that's like without that we can't do any of this cool stuff online. So I've been making my way through that, but it also is, I've just been having a hard time focusing, and that's been getting a little discouraging lately, because I want to see these things that I'm learning about in person. So I've been trying to look up, or I have been looking up, okay, what is a riser card? What exactly does that look like, so I can visualize it in my mind and try and build what that looks like in my head. And because I don't have a server like that at home, so plus I'm just so used to doing things hands-on, and you learn about it in theory, learning in theory, but then I actually want to see it and apply it. And that's, I think, what has been happening lately, is I've been learning so much about things, or learning peripherally about security, but now I want to actually start trying things. And that's when you really start to learn, right? You can learn about driving a manual car all you want, but until you actually put your foot on the clutch and are releasing the clutch and the gas, or engaging those, it's all theory and it sounds easy, but then when you actually do it, it's like, oh my God, why can't I drive this damn car? So I need to be able to actually drive the machine instead of just learning about it, which I know will bring a whole new level of frustration, but that's okay, because that's how we learn, is through mistakes like that. So because of that, because I have realized I've just been learning about lots of these things, I need to start getting my hands in it. I've seen and have been suggested to by multiple people to try a website called TryHackMe that is way more beginner friendly, to start using virtual machines to learn about Linux and different hacking techniques and security techniques and all of that. And I'm starting at the very, very, very bottom, going through their Linux course. But thank goodness I'm mostly through the Linux course on Udemy, so it wasn't completely brand new to me, but some of the concepts in the TryHackMe Learn Linux beginner route were unfamiliar to me. I can't think of what specifically they were, but it was a little bit confusing, so I'm grateful that I have spent some time at least understanding very, very basic Linux commands, because it made that part not quite so hard. But like I said, I still have a lot to learn, and will still be making my way through that. But somebody did write up an entire blog post breaking down pretty much all of the lessons in that Learn Linux room, which is awesome. So I will link TryHackMe. I will link that person's blog. It's like Merle and Oracle or something like that. Anyway, what a brilliant person, and so grateful that people are so willing to share information like that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So a couple other things that have happened, which I will also link to in the description down below, is my Utah security mentor and co-host Jen got to present for Noureen George's cybersecurity mentor webinar that Noureen has been putting together. This was her 15th episode, if you will, and she's been doing these every other week for however, I don't know, the past several months. And Jen presented this week. Oh my gosh, it was so cool to see her in her element and get to know more about her career path, what she's done, how she's gotten there, and like how she presents and how she wants to help other people, other security professionals. So she presented about becoming a security auditor, the certifications you have to have, experience you have to get those certifications, etc. Which was awesome. Go Jen, you crushed it. I loved it. I felt like such a fangirl, like, oh my God, I know her. She's awesome. It was rad. And that whole group is incredible. Like, wow. It is so cool to see yet another resource and this group of amazing people from all over the world. There were people from Canada, the States. There was someone tuning in from Nairobi, Kenya. Amazing. And I'm sure there were other countries in there too that I missed. But everybody was so willing to help and share and guide other people. So I ended up asking at the very end of the time, I just told them, hey, I've been going through Cybrary. I've been starting to study for and like learn about the A+ certification because that's what Cybrary recommended. Is that what you think I should be doing? Like, you are cybersecurity professionals. What do you recommend? Where should I start? Do I need to learn about that stuff, or should I just dive right into security? And they all pretty much unanimously recommended starting with the Security Plus certification. So I've shifted over my focus and attention to that, which already has me so much more excited. And that to me is a good sign. If I'm excited about it, then I will be way more likely to keep going. And then I can recap with the A+ certification maybe once I know more, or if that becomes a thing that is important or relevant down the road. So yeah, so I have gone with this change to be more focused on the CompTIA Security Plus. Cybrary has the career path of becoming a SOC analyst, a level 1 SOC analyst. So I started going down that, and they recommend already having a couple years experience in IT, which I don't have, but I'm going to do it anyway, and just figure out as I go, Google lots of things, ask lots of questions. I am so grateful that my dad taught me when I was younger to ask lots of questions if you don't understand things. So I don't care how dumb I look because I want to get the answers. And of course, I will research and Google things myself as much as I can. And if I can't find the answer, then yes, I will ask the questions to the people. So I'll continue doing that. One last thing. So Jen sent me a video that she recommended I watch that was in the career hacking village or something from DEF CON. And Alyssa Miller presented in that. Her presentation was called From Barista to Cybersecurity Pro, and oh my God, what an incredible presentation. It was so thoughtful, it was so thorough, Alyssa has so much passion, and like, what an incredible human that is bringing about this information about why there's these gaps in the security field. She did a lot of research and interviewing and asking different people that are, one, looking for jobs, but then on the other side that are hiring for these jobs, to find the gap. Because she points out, and I have noticed this too, there is such a demand for these cybersecurity professionals, all these entry-level positions, like there's so many places, but what she found is that so many people weren't getting hired. So what is the incongruence here? Why aren't things lining up? So that presentation was awesome, and what she recommended, her recommendations, and just like being so passionate and willing to help and wanting to see people succeed, it is amazing. And it is knowing that there are people like her, like Noureen, like Jen, that are in the field that want to bring more cybersecurity professionals up and help them succeed and teach them all their tricks and connect them with people that they've networked with. I think that's incredible, and I feel so lucky to already be plugged in that way. Thank you so much, Jen, because there's no way that I would be able to have these resources if it wasn't for you. But anyway, I will link to Noureen's cybersecurity mentor group. I will link to Alyssa Miller's video. I'll link to TryHackMe. I will link Jen's talk. I don't know if it's been released yet, since she just did it a couple of days ago, but I will definitely, if it's not released yet, I will make a note to myself to put that in there too, because it was awesome. So yes. Oh, then this morning, so I'm about to leave in the salon. I'm letting my dogs outside right now, and I have been meaning to do this video, so I'm taking this opportunity, these couple minutes, to do this. But what I spent this morning doing was being on TryHackMe to just continue to go through some of those rooms. I really like how it's set up. It's like gamified learning, which I wouldn't say that I'm much of a gamer usually, because I find that I get pretty fixated on things, and usually I have other things to do throughout the day, so it bothers me when I can't just like keep going. Anyway, but so because of that, I've usually just avoided games or whatever, because I'm like, I don't have time to just obsess. But now I'm like, I think that's what it takes right now, is to very much focus and obsess on this. So I'm going to lean into that and let myself do that. So TryHackMe, I will continue to do more and more rooms on that. And again, that was a resource that was recommended to me from multiple people in Noureen's networking and mentoring group as a really good beginner resources, because they do have more beginner rooms. There's another thing similar, I guess, called Hack the Box, but this one, I was told that TryHackMe is the better one to start with for my level. So I'm just going to keep doing that, keep going down the SOC analyst path on Cybrary. I still have my Udemy courses. We have some awesome podcast guests coming up. There's just so many good things going. So just taking it one day at a time, not getting overwhelmed with how much there is to learn, because I'm never going to learn it all. I think that's impossible. That's why, thank God, we have Google and other people that are smarter than us all around. So one day at a time, and I think that's about it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, whatever. Talk about this with your friends, especially if you have other creative friends that are interested in making a career change into the tech field. That's the whole point of this channel, is to give like a realistic understanding of what it's like to go through this and how I've been going through it, and hope that it helps somebody else, even just one other person. And I think that's it. Have a nice day. Thank you for tuning in.